Hi, my name's Nicola Birchall and I'm the digital form developer of the Primary PE and Sport Premium Grant Expenditure Digital Collection. I'm going to walk you through the form and offer an end-to-end journey to show you what's covered and how to access. When you first click on the link, which is in the digital form guidance documentation, you'll come to this homepage. It's got a number of links on it. To access the form, you have to have a DFE sign-in. If you're not already signed up with DFE sign-in, you can click on the create an account and that will take you through all the instructions. That's also in the guidance documentation as well if you run into any difficulties. If you wanted to refine or check yourself in respect of conditions of grant, there are links here that, as they say, they open and you can have them open on your desktop while you're and the submitting a digital form guidance will be live from tomorrow morning. So to get underway, you press start now and the system will call the DFE sign in for you. I'm using a dummy test data. So you log in as normal in your DSI. I think it sends you a code now. Just log in as normal through your DFE sign in. And I'm using test data account, a dummy data for Brookfield. So you would come in here and you'd pick the one for you. Obviously, I have a few more test subjects. Press continue, and then the system will say, we'll confirm and let you in. Remains the DFE sign-in portal at the moment. And it will confirm form that you've logged into, name of your organisation and the various numbers and your name and email address that we have on file. You press continue and you will be taken into the main part of the form. As explained in the guidance documentation, the PE and Sport Grant Expenditure report has been divided down into a number of subforms. There are three to start with: your funding allocation, categories of grant spending, and other details about category spending around opportunities, impacts and sustainability. And then once those three are fully completed and submitted, then the last one, which is your school's declarations, as in on behalf of your school, will become open and you can then access it and complete the submission. All four sections have to be completed fully. So I'll show you, as you can see, they're all saying not started at the moment. So for ease of reference, I'll go into the first one, and that's how I will work my way through. So this is the start page of the first one. It confirms when you have to have all four subforms completed so that the full submission is completed. Again, there's a link to conditions in grant if you want to access them. You just click start now as you move through. So this one is the first one, which was asking you about your school premium funding details. So below it shows how much your allocation was for 24-25 academic year, and we ask you if it's correct or not. If it's not correct, you can click no. And what we ask you to do is you can raise this with our customer help portal, which you click there, that will come, hopefully you're familiar with that. But we do ask if you can continue with the submission, because we still need the information of what you have spent and the issue regarding whether the total matches with our records can be done in parallel to stop any delay. So if you could then save and continue and carry on. And if you'd said yes, you would be asked the first question, which is this one. So did you any underspend? If you say no, you would move on. If you say yes, there was an underspend, you would be asked a question about the underspend. And that's a simple figure. The numerics only, no negatives. Then it will ask you if you any carry forward of funding. So this is carrying forward from previous years for use in the academic year 24. So if you say no, you're not asked a follow-up question. If you say yes, you will be asked a follow-up question of how much. And that's the first form. I can go back just to show that you can change the answers by going back in individual subforms. And we can put a figure in again. And then you come to the declarations for this subform that you have authority to make this return on your school and the data is true and accurate to the best of your knowledge. You save and continue. This will show you on screen details of your submission. If there's something that you've actually changed your mind, so we didn't have any carry forward. We've said yes now, but we've changed that. That's wrong. Got confused. So we can change and go back and we can say no. And so the question of how much was carried forward is no longer asked, takes you back through the declarations, and the summary of information will be changed. So now you see there's no follow-up. You can save this summary as a PDF. If you don't wish to submit it yet, you need to get it authorised. You can save this as a PDF and leave the form now. So the PDF appears as that, and that can be saved or printed, whatever is more convenient. But if you choose, if you're happy to, and you can then just leave the form, you can just close down the dialogue and that's it, which is pressing that cross and leaving. However, if you do want to submit, you just press submit. There's a confirmation on screen that shows you what your unique submission reference is for that particular subform. It shows you which subform you've completed. That's your school's funding allocation. And it advises you that an email will be sent to you and what to do next. So what to do next after you've finished that particular one, but you want to carry on and do the rest. If you click that link, that will take you back to the first page. Start now, and you'll be back to the list of subforms. And as you'll see now, the funding allocation one is completed. But you see, that one still hasn't appeared to be available.